Yep, had to just turn the stream on live here. Didn't want to miss out on this price action. Let me throw this up. All right, all right. All right, all right. Well, that didn't take long. Did not take long. Whew, all right. Give me a second. I just threw it up because it started moving again. Didn't want you guys to miss out on the price action here. But as usual, I'm still getting ready. Let me throw on some tunes. It's gonna be a day. We had a feeling yesterday that was gonna be a day. We got a day. Oh yeah. Here we go. Some light tunes, but let's start it off with some pump music because it's a pump kind of day. I think you know what I mean. Yeah. Our normal, our standard pump song queued up. There we go. Good looks. Good looks, good looks. All right. Any other technical issues? We'll find out on the way. Welcome back, guys. Earlier than our usual time. Unexpected Spice stream. We are live. And we're jamming. Oh, yeah. I will leave nothing of you in my wake. Let's see if we're showing up in search. Would not surprise me if we weren't. I don't see us. That would make sense. Really? Really? Alright, well, I search for Tom Crown, it comes up. Man. Are we showing up? Are we showing up on your guys' subscription page or homepage? Check it out for me quick. Let's just throw the word live in there a few more times. The god of Olympus. Alright, let's see if this helps. Alright, we're 3 minutes in. Maybe just takes a minute. Yes, good, good, good. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate ya. This is a little early. I guess everyone's still sleeping. It does happen. Well, we were bullish. Now we're higher. Alright, I think I got everything handled on my end here. Where are we looking? Seems too low. There we go. Alright, we already have it there. Good, good. Alright. Didn't really expect to be going live at a moment's notice, but here we are. Let's wait for the song to finish out. Wonder what is up with Never good. There we go. Now I see me on my own page. Sweet. Alright. We got the pump tunes down. We're gonna keep them playing. Let's get this to a good volume. And let's settle in for some TA. Guys, reminder, for the Texas speech, we changed it to $10 only because it was getting really a lot of text-to-speech was going on. Digimedia dude, man, no thanks for the 5. Tom, you are the GOAT for live TA, and your advice always hyped this past year, man. Being a Bitcoin bull, it's not easy all the time. It certainly is easy on days like this. Certainly is easy. We were hearing a lot. I mean, a lot of uncertainty and doubt. Even just as early as the end of March. Or the beginning of March, end of February. People looking for tops, calling 55, 57. We identified those points, but they were never our top targets. So here we are, trading at 60,700. We have some interesting observations here. We're going to take a look at where we're aiming for. What's our next upside target? You guys remember back in February, we were, I think, literally show it, looking for 55 to 58K. That's where we went. Now, using that same reasoning, that same logic, where are we going to be looking for next? I still have one more thing I'm doing back here. Alright. My computer's being weird. It doesn't like surprises, the computer. Doesn't like to be shaken up. I'm assuming every other YouTuber is going to go live here, so a lot of competition. Is what it is. People want to go tune back in to the bear channels. Go for it. One second. Did not set up the new camera. That's coming. Come on. Refresh this. Okay. All right. It's weird going live. We haven't had a nice little breakout stream in a while. But here we are, all at the beginning out. Thanks for sticking with me while I set this up. Super professional, I know. Let's see. We got 99 likes already. That's freaking great. Reminder, everybody out there, if you haven't yet, please give the new stream a like. It will help us wade through the search results, and YouTube will help promote our live stream here today. And we want to get as many fam in here as we can, so smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe. That also helps in engagement, which encourages YouTube to push our stream out to more people. So, didn't have time to plan, but we're just going to freestyle it. That's what we usually do anyway. So smash the like, smash subscribe, hit the bell. Discord link is in the chat as always. Make sure you're in there. You would have gotten the spice alert that went out just a little bit ago. We're live here almost every day. Love to have you join us. And last but not least, Patreon. Check out Patreon, guys. It's our learning focused group. Links in the chat as well. I'm not really going to do a lot of shilling today. We're going to do some TAs. Let's take a look. Let's take a look here. Let's look for our short-term upside targets. There it is. 61,350. That's looking pretty locked in, at least for today. We're seeing our Fibonacci tool suggest from both swing highs to swing lows, our 2 fib extension, which we call the measured move, lining up at that same value for both of these swing high to swing low points. Might as well look at the other ones, though. I don't know. I have enough. I'm convinced. Doesn't fit as well. 61.3. But is that all? Certainly not. That would be a silly upside target long term. This is what I'm looking for today. 61.3. I'm gonna start zoomed out as we usually do. Man, this really caught the Bears off foot again. Even just yesterday, people talking about Leroy Jenkins. Oh, Jenkins.
Gavin's back, boys and girls. I repeat, Gavin is back.
Gavin with the 420, he's back. Gavin, someone in the stream asked if I'm associated with Gavin Crown. That made me chuckle. Alright, pulling up the chat here. Shout out to Gavin. There we go. Trading at 60,900 now. We have something interesting to look at here. This, in my opinion, you guys know we've been studying, as we always do, the art of TA. Looking for new edges, and it's been a while since we brought you a new one. But we now think we're on to our new target here. Looking at Bitcoin in multiple fiat pairs, we got a hint yesterday during yesterday's stream that we may be looking for some further upside as the Euro pair, the Canadian pair, the Swiss franc pair. I think that was it, maybe GBP. All set new all-time highs before the USD pair. And what we see is Euro leading the way again here. Euro actually finding resistance at exactly 50k Euro. Interesting. This is a psychological level, and we can see by the perfectness of it, exactly 50,000, no change, that there were certainly limit sell orders set here. Price was sold off. What's interesting here is we're waiting for Euro to break 50 here. I expect when it does, if it does right here during this live, especially soon, I would expect the dollar pair to really take off. It does feel as if the Euro pair arbitrage trading is keeping price a little cooled down. So I have these both pulled up here. The connection between the different Bitcoin and fiat pairs has been fascinating to me lately. It's been showing us things we wouldn't expect. Let's just put it that way. Differences between them that can't necessarily be explained by the differences in value of their currency. So that's what I'm sitting here waiting for. Dollar pair is already broken out. Looking to test 61.3, but I want to see this Euro pair run, man. Break that psychological value. What's really interesting is Bitcoin is traded in so many different fiat pairs. I've never actually thought of it. That psychological levels on each of these may have an impact on price. In the past, I've really just leaned back on the fact that the dollar has way more volume, so why would we really even care what the other charts are saying? I think the last two or 3 months really shown us the value here. You guys may remember even back in January, during the sell-off from 42,000, we were looking at Euro, we were looking at GBP, and we were looking at total too. We're looking at total, and what we were seeing is not what we would expect. That's the interesting part. Right now, total has broken out as well, so that's good. But you would expect them to all be pretty similar, and they weren't. We noticed it in January, and then we noticed it again, I guess in March or February, in the sell-off there, and we had the same differences. The consistent part is Bitcoin in dollar pair seemingly is always the most bearish. I'm not going to look at it right now because I'm really waiting on this breakout to happen, but we can go back during this episode and take a look at what I'm talking about. Different structures on the daily. There we go. Euro, just do it. Just do it. Stop teasing. This will be the third test of 50,000 here on BTC Euro Coinbase. The more you test a resistance, the weaker it becomes. That's what we're sitting here expecting to happen, is to see this 50,000 Euro break. What would be very interesting, this is all still a new study for us, so we don't have as many conclusions as we typically do. I wonder if these 2 points will break at the same time. 61,300 and 50,000 euros. That would be very interesting, actually. Come on, Euro. We're waiting on you, Europe. I know it's like afternoon or evening there, but that's you can do it. No excuse. This is a clean, measured move to the upside on Euro, looking for 50,700. There we go. There's our test. Let's go, boys. Let's go. You know what? Screw this slow music. Let's put on our jam. It's time for the spice. 3, 2. You're supposed to do it. Come on, Euro. You're supposed to do it during the song. I'm not going to keep replaying it. 50,000. There's our third touch on Euro. Pair to the 50,000 level. Does it have what it takes right now, right here? We're going to zoom in. We typically actually are zooming out. We're going to zoom in as this price action is getting very interesting. Come on. Come on. Third test. You got to do it. Where's my hype playlist? Literally, there's a playlist called Hype, but it's not very hype. Check out this one. There we go. This is a little hypier. Break 50,000, just do it. Welcome. Tuning in, people tuning in, watching a man yell at a chart. Welcome to crypto. Oh my goodness, just break 50. I almost only want to look at the Euro pair right now. There we go. Bitcoin and dollar pair reaching up for 61.3. Will Euro break at the same time? This is what we're speculating. You can do it. You can do it. Just rip the band-aid off. Let's see that stimulus pour in, and let's get some giant green candles on the books. Let's rock and roll. The timing. The timing. Come on. We're speculating 61,300 in dollar will break at the same time as 50,000 in euro. That would be quite a lining of events. It'd be very exciting. Let's do it. Come on. You're leaving me on the hook here. There we go. Music's good. Come on, Euro. Oh my god. Just do it. Just do it. It's just sitting here at 50. It's just sitting here. Look at these 1 minute candles. Just 50, 50, 50, 50. Come on. Let's go. Chop, chop. Do you feel it? Do you feel it? I think they're going to happen at the same time. Oh, it's gonna get spicy if they happen at the same time. Come on. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We're just sitting here waiting for Euro to break. I'm stalling, literally. What's up, Andrew Pelkey? Matthew Trant, what's up, bro? Steptoe, Hugo, Rami, Mr. Vesemir, Hodl Crypto, Hodl Crypto. There's the wicks, simultaneous wicks from the 50. That's 3 tests to 50,000 euros. Fourth time's the charm? Question mark. Crypto Planet, how you doing, man? Diego, Kato Ino. Had to move the circle for resistance. Let's just get rid of it. Oh, man. Poco Lafayette. What's up, dude? Mirix, Frankie Phillips, Sways, Mirax, I already said that one. Rami, Crypto Slow Joe, my man, how you doing? Rico S, Nick B, everyone is here for the pump. For the pump. Just rip the shirt off, pump. Just Hulk. Come on, there we go. Fourth test to 50,000. USD pushing up to 61.3. This is getting too close for coincidence. They're lining up. There we go. Euro just broke 50, sold back under. That is a break though. 50,018 euro. Dollar was so close, only $100 off. This is going to be really interesting. We're going to see, does the dollar struggle here at the measured move and euro continue, or does euro sell back off under 50 while dollar approaches it? I am fascinated, but it's pretty clear 50 has broken out in euro, and dollar pairs just flying up to that 61.3. What a day. Oh, there we go. Align the stars. Wish that timing would have been better. Would have been really good footage. All right. Well, euro is clearly broken out. Dollar is just reaching the measured move. There you go. Euro next upside target, 50,700. Nice clean number. I like it. Go for it. There is the test. Euro at 50,100. Oh man, what a day. What a day. Let's look at a little higher time frame as well. We chill and see the dollar do its thing here. Looking to the upside, using the same math, using the same tools that we used last time. Where did we grab it? I think we even grabbed it back here. That's how we got 58 the first time. How did we get it this way? 55, 58. We did it this way. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the video. Either way. End of January. Using our same concept, our Fibonacci tool, connecting our highs and our lows. My sights are set on 79.1. How did we get here? Oh yeah. Here we go. Not doing too much. Okay. Daily momentum has been building now. 1, 2, 3, 4 closed candles in a row. Looking for a fifth here. This is a solid sign of an uptrend.
Evening all. The Crown, the only tar in town.
Mr. Andrew Start, how are you, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Screwhouse Kitchen. There we go. 61, 353 touched. 41 minutes left in this candle. I'm gonna turn this music down just a teeny bit. There we go. Teeny bit. Money printer is going burr. Stimulus checks are out. Free money finds its way to crypto, guys, every time. Hands down, every time. Useless Europeans. Hey, they did it. They broke 50. I was expecting more fireworks after that, though. I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting some big fireworks when 50 broke there. Timing was pretty good, but not perfect. So that's an L. That's an L here. Euro breaking its high as dollar hit. And it's off by one candle, while the dollar pair rejecting. Interesting. So we're not seeing them move exactly together. Interestingly, euro does appear to be a step ahead. Can't say I would have expected that. Boom, boom, boom. Only TA in town. The only TC in town. 480 watching. That's what's up, fam. Welcome. Welcome to the pump. To the pump. If you're just joining us, please smash that like button. 182 likes, that's pretty good. We can do better. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribes buttons. We're live all the time. We don't usually go live at this time, but the market decides that. There we are, 5-minute candle closed. Break that 61. We're gonna zoom it back out again. I do have my alerts set, probably not. Okay. I'm gonna zoom it back out. Let's take a look at this 12-hour. This is where we started.
Quarterly chart, please.
Screw you, Rico. Actually, I don't even know if that was Rico. It was Rico. So Rico is always on the right page here. The quarterly. We are in March, and thus we will be closing a quarterly candle at the end of this month. So we will absolutely take a look at that. Real quick, 12-hour no local bearish divergence, though we are yet to set a new RSI high versus the 21st of February. That's not that unusual. We've been seeing this a lot. Let's rip open that quarterly. It's going to be a little absurd, though. That's quite a candle. Quite a candle. Not too much to be said, in all honesty, about quarterlies here, other than to just admire their beauty. If we put this chart on non-logarithmic, we see really just how far we've come. Wow. This is actually a larger quarterly candle dollar-wise, but is it percentage-wise? We still have 18 days to go, and I'm gonna guess it's not. 160, is that 160%? 68%. 168% in the previous quarter from start to finish, and at the moment, can't even read that, 111%. Wow. This is why we always think in percents. This is also why we use a logarithmic chart. On the regular chart, we would assume that this quarterly was larger, but it is not. Not yet. Where would 168% put us? That's an interesting question. Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that? To pull the same 170-ish% move brings us right to 79,000. Wild. Wild. That just further concretes that for me. I'm gonna zoom in actually again. Let's take a look at this monthly. Monthly showing no sign of weakness. Still reaching for that 2017 RSI high on the monthly. Plenty of room. Plenty of room here. RSI is at 92 on the monthly. If this was anything but Bitcoin, people probably would be crapping themselves. But this is just how Bitcoin do. Monthly momentum looks perfect. Man, this chart's something else. Weekly momentum. We have 1 day and 4 hours left in this weekly candle, and at the moment would be showing signs of momentum picking back up, as we've kind of been speculating about. Waiting for this same impulse type movement that we've been seeing on the weekly momentum, as it impulses up, impulses to the upside, pulls back, impulses to the upside, and again we have our first sign of it here happening one more time. RSI on the weekly looks terrible, but that's okay. We have both signals here. Bearish divergence on our highs as RSI is coming down, and bullish divergence on our lows as our lows have been coming up. So we're getting mixed signals here, and what do we do when we have mixed signals? It sounds like a question that would be hard to answer, but it actually is not. We just consult the trend. The trend has been up, so we are going to give more weight to bullish signals versus bearish signals. This is so interesting, it's stalling here. Euro, this is just wild to me, guys. I'm a chart nerd. Everybody knows that. The fact that the euro is moving so out of sync, it's almost as if they're like taking turns here. Right. Okay, and then that's going to be on the minute. God. Getting trolled by my settings. There we go. Why? I don't understand. I just changed that. There we go. Perfect touch. That was what we were looking for at the start of this episode. Is this the end of the run for this daily? Don't think so. Euro is still moving. The Euro has been leading the way in a strange dynamic lately. And until I see the Euro pull back, I'm pretty confident the dollar is not. Euro's still pushing up for that 50,700 while the dollar consolidates under our measured move of 61.3. Man, what a move. Something of interest. Where did you go? Here we go. Let's take a look at this. This is a chart similar to the VIX, except it's for crypto. This is crypto VIX for Bitcoin. It's showing us only volatility, nothing to do with price. What we see is volatility is actually very low right here. It's interesting. These peaks, like on the 11th of January, the 22nd of February, these are actually sell-offs. However, these peaks in volatility usually line up with how many people are watching. You have 523 watching, and volatility is low. That adds up, actually. It makes total sense. How is volatility so low when we're pushing new all-time highs? That's probably the question you have. Well, volatility is irrespective of price direction. Moving up and down very quickly creates higher volatility, whereas just moving up slowly does not. It's total price change in whatever allotted time. I guess that was 24 hours. Oh man, I'm off my groove. Off my groove. Let's see. Set. Of course, I've gone live, so now Bitcoin probably going to be shy. Let's take a look from the smaller time frames out. 5 minute could be suggesting some weakness, but the 5 minutes pretty much worthless trash, so we're moving on. 15 minute momentum is to the upside. 30 minute momentum is just flipped in this 30 minute candle to positive momentum. The hourly, here we go, this is what I was looking for. The hourly is showing the first sign of this sell-off fake out, of this waning momentum. What we're going to look for here in the next 32 minutes is for this candle on the hourly, this histogram candle, to close in this condition, where it is showing momentum to the upside is increasing. This is typical of a strong move in Bitcoin. I'm sure we can find examples. Something like this, March 7th, 8th, 9th, March 5th, when we see momentum waning off and then it's picked back up again. Typically when we see that, we see moves to the upside. Not a good one. Maybe because we're on the hourly, it's not so great. Let's keep looking if it shows. Let's go to the 2 hour. The 2 hour apparently already knew about this, as it's just continuing a momentum increase. This is probably a great example of that fake out I was just talking about here, where momentum looked to cross back to selling, but instead picked up again seemingly out of nowhere. 3 hour still holding strong momentum. 4 hour. What I'm doing here is I'm going through the time frames. There we go. Just got an alert. There we are. Now the euro's moving. What I was doing there is I was going through the time frames to spot when or what time frame we would see a divergence. Different use of that term here, but when it would change.
5% short-term retrace after pump. CME 57,250. Thoughts?
Matthew Tran, my man, thank you for the 20. 5% short-term retrace after pump. That's probably an impossible question to ask. Simply because, you know, when is the pump over? I will say this, be very wary of using CME, especially gaps and things, man. We have seen a history of that not playing out so well for people following it. I really don't give any weight to CME's trading, honestly. There was a time where it was seemingly very correlated. Doesn't really, that kind of broke in what, maybe July last year. Now we just aren't seeing that. There we go, Bitcoin. Push it up. There we are. Bitcoin breaking through our measured move at 61.3, heading off. Heading off, man. Mid to high 70s is what I'm looking for. Not today necessarily. But that 5% retrace that Matthew might be looking for could happen certainly then, if not more. Yeah, the problem with that is just where do you pin it?
Evening all. The Crown, the only tar in town.
For some reason, I played that again. Cool. Oh, shout out to Andrew again. My man. My man. What a good day. So this is very strange, and not strange in a bad way. Strange, and this is what I would expect. So when we started the stream, we were looking at Euro breaking 50,000 psychological level. It had rejected from there earlier, and what we were kind of eyeing was, well, Euro might break that 50 as USD breaks this measured move, even though they're different things. It would have been an interesting correlation, but we're not seeing
Quarterly
that.
chart, please.
Why is it doing all of them again? What is going on? Alert box, you're on drugs, Alert. Let's see if I can fix this. I don't know why it's doing them twice. Especially with such a delay. The observation we made, we were kind of expecting these or looking for these to break at the same time, but instead what happened, or we're seeing here, Euro's leading the way. This is very unexpected. This is not a bad thing or a good thing. This is simply information to be aware of. Euro is leading. Euro broke its all-time high a day before Bitcoin, so it was like 2 days ago or something. Euro here topped out. This is what's really interesting to me. This is just chart nerd stuff. That's what we do here. What we see is the Euro hit 50K twice. I think right about here. Let's see. Let's check the timing. 20. So Euro and the dollar hit a high at the same time. That makes sense. That's what we'd expect to see. But then the Euro retested its high. The dollar didn't. The dollar traded sideways. Here. This is just all today in the last few hours. Euro hit, retested its high while the dollar kind of looked a little weaker. This is again an example of the dollar pair kind of consistently looking weaker. In my opinion, that's probably a direct result of manipulation. I mean, people love to throw that word around. I don't know how else to explain it. We've seen the dollar consistently show a more bearish take on the same price action, where we've seen these other fiat pairs perhaps painting candles more truly. I don't know. I'll try the way I'll put it. It's going to be interesting for me here when Euro reaches 50,700. That looks like it is on board for today. Bitcoin really, we're going to have to do some exploring here. I don't know if it has another really immediate move. I'll pull off screen so I can keep an eye on the Euro while I do this. There we go. What immediate move does the dollar have? That 61.3 was really the money. I can't even juggle these fast enough. As soon as I turn the Euro off, as soon as I take it off the screen, the Euro's breaking again. This is just one of those days, I guess you just sit back and watch the moon, man. First sign of red in some time. Check out the timing. There we go. We see Euro hit its measured move, and all of a sudden, we see a red candle after a solid green candle. The two are interacting in a way I would not expect, and it's, to me, undeniable. There's no room for interpretation here. These two are playing off of each other in a way I'm not used to seeing. I guess I'll just say it that way. Really not used to seeing this. So actually, we're gonna do this again. I'm gonna do this again because we have to be able to find some more targets in between 61.3 and 79. That's too big of a jump. There's got to be something else. Look at the precision. Look at that TA precision. It's like they watch us. I think the market makers watch us. I guess we could be looking up here, 65, the 2618. It's not a number I use a lot, to be honest. We're gonna make these small. Yeah, but that 77 to 79 area is really prime. It's hard to argue that. Look at this. Look at this. Let's look at it in the 1 minute. Where do you see this TA? Where else do you find this? Anybody? Aox, can you stop the stream? We want a moon. Bro, I know what you mean. Luckily, it's still moving. Unfortunately, I put a line up, and that stopped the price. You know how it goes. My phone will not stop dinging. It just keeps alerting. Daniel Lehman, thank you, brother. Yes, smash that like button. Much appreciated. See that? Do you see, like, where do you see this? Have you ever tuned into another stream and seen this? Just throw a number up, bam. It's like perfect. 40, that's $1.46 off. My bad. 10, 1.1.01, 001. 0.003% off there with that high. I know, terrible. There we go. What a day. I'm going to need to see more upside to start getting excited, but really what I need, look at this. We're watching this happen. Volatility is actually dropping. It's dropping while we rally. What this is suggesting is that there's less volatility happening, and we can actually see this pretty clearly. From 29,000 to 58,000, we saw volatility on the daily pretty consistently drop off. We saw volatility spike when we sold off from 58. And then we saw it drop again. This is the odd part to me, I guess, is then it just drops after it reaches its low. So I guess we're looking for an apex. Well, the opposite of an apex, the lowest point. We're looking for a new low on volatility for a new high in price. Something like that. This is very odd. This is not what I would have expected. I will say I have definitely charted out volatility before and looked at it, but it is only recently that I've kind of noticed its importance when it comes to price action. And what we see is that the lowest points, man, that isn't even right. This isn't even good. We do see that the lowest touches typically are sell-offs. And we do see the highest points. Man, it doesn't even make sense. There's no consistent pattern here. July 2000, that was right before we moved up to like 12K. March 2000, okay, so the highest point here, volatility, this is the March crash last year. So high volatility crash, I guess. Low volatility November of 18, so this is really nothing. It's like that was... Actually, this is when Bitcoin dropped off from 6 to 3K. Probably right here is actually where that happened. Alright, I've stalled long enough that they're moving again. Awesome. I've soothed Bitcoin back into its rally. Euro pushing 50,700. We didn't even have time to look for another move here. Next upside target on Euro, I mean, let's just take our measured moves from here. 51,130, 51.4. These are really, really local. These are not big time frame. We can do them on bigger time frames to get better targets. These are what we're looking for maybe today versus when we zoom out and use more of the chart. This is likely what we're looking for something, say, the next peak. The same way that 42,000 was a peak. 58,000 was a peak. So on Euro, using the same tool, we're looking at 60,600, which is, what, a 20% gain? That doesn't really seem like that much. It's really not that big. On the dollar pair, looking for, I guess 65, that would be decent. I'm blown away by how different these are. That move is so much smaller. It's like 20%. See, 60,700-ish. Let's just make that a clean number. How is that so small? Is this on that's why. Womp womp. Because I'm bad at life. There we go. This makes way more sense. 65. Okay, scratch everything I said about the next high in Euro. 65, that lines up very nicely. Stupid charts, man. I have to put them on normal to set alerts now, and then I forget to change them back. So to the upside. More immediately looking for 65,000. Interesting that lines up with where we're looking at longer term on the Euro. But for the next peak, meaning the next local high on the dollar, looking for high 70s, maybe low 80s. The Euro, we're looking for 65,000 euros. These are pretty good targets. It's just using the same kind of math that we used last time. We might want to take it this way, because this is actually how we got 55. So maybe that's a 75, 76 to 79 area. That would still fit pretty well. Let's take it from the first peak. 63. 60. Getting that 60 again. I don't like that. As these numbers get bigger, these ranges sound crazier and crazier. It's like set in the 70s, like mid to high 70s seems like a huge like zone, but it's really not a huge zone. Logarithmic, perfect. Here we are. Let's smash off more of these alerts, so if we're doing something else when this happens, we catch it. You let the Doge out. Yo, Alan Robum. What's up, man? Not gonna happen. Alan Robum, you've been here a long time as well, my brother. It's good to see people make it through. Not a lot of people do. Mr. Jerry. How you doing, Jerry? Hey, we have two Jerrys. I could just shout you both out at the same time. 37 likes to 300. We can do it. We can do that, right? Total market cap, I'm looking for 2.38 trillion. That's my next move. It's the next move we're looking for. 2.38 trillion. That would make it larger than, if I'm not mistaken, Google Or Apple, right? Pretty exciting. All right. Here's where the interestingness is coming in again. We're seeing it. Dude, the differences between this are fascinating. I'm sorry if you guys don't find it fascinating, but I do. Euro now again stuck at this measured move where the dollar is moving again. What is going on? These are... I think the best way I can describe this to everyone out there, because I know you guys aren't hearing what's in my head, is the movement or the synchronization we're seeing here between Bitcoin USD and Bitcoin Euro is similar to the action, the price action in our market cycle that I expect to see from alts and Bitcoin. It's this one moves up, then the other comes to like equal it out, and then the other moves up, and then like the back and forth kind of sloshing of value. That's
What's up, Tom?
that's what we're
Can we
seeing.
look at Voyager? Tell me I shouldn't be scared. Keep up the good work, my man.
Yo, Mr. Aaron Rowley. Look at Voyager. We can look at some stuff, but I don't want to miss anything. I'll take a look at Voyager though. I know the second, you know what, it'll be good for Bitcoin. The second I look away. You know, I don't think I've had Voyager alerts go off lately. Ah, wow. Never quite broke it. That's not the end of the world. Never quite broke. Okay. We don't have signs on the daily yet. I would prefer this to close above the 50 moving average on the daily. Let's actually zoom out a little more because we do see something interesting happening. You know what? I didn't know this had that much history. Today I learned. I already have that up good. Today I learned. Weekly's alright. Okay, weekly. 1 day and 4 hours to go. Don't worry, I'm keeping a half an eye on the corn too. Looking possibly to close its second waning momentum candle on the weekly. Not ideal, but let's keep looking. Let's keep looking. Here we go. Here we are. This is what we were looking for. If we don't already have this value here, we're about to. There it is. I hate when candles have gaps. Which one do we take? I guess take them both because there's no real way to decide. Alright, what we see here on Voyager, certainly this is partially at least due to volatility / movement of Bitcoin as we do normally see this when Bitcoin moves. On the monthly, we're seeing some selling, some profit taking. What we haven't seen yet, wouldn't surprise me to see, but the important factor here is the monthly. You see 8,200 sats was the open of the previous month. Price is currently just hovering right above there. This is an area that's likely to provide support. So let's take a look at that on the daily now that we've marked it. Got a lot of lines here. I might have to even start a new Voyager chart at some point. Get rid of some of it. $8,000, where were those price lines? 1,200. So right here, this thin sliver is where we want to see the monthly close above. Price is right there. I can understand why you might be feeling a little anxious. Look at this. Euro gonna backtest 50,000. We'll see. Bitcoin looks like it's backtesting at 61.3. These would be great spots to bounce though. I can see why I might be a little nervous, man. I need a little reassurance. So This looks ugly. I'm sure this feels ugly, especially here. Just, yeah, this is a little double top on the daily. I remember actually talking about that last time I looked at Voyager. Double tops aren't fun, but they typically aren't major reversals in crypto, as far as I've seen. So here's what we are really looking at on Voyager. Love to see this daily close above the 50. That's at 8,700 sats. That's really not that far. But what we're seeing in reality here, no matter how we cut it, is we're seeing this daily area, this daily support. This was resistance. And I have way too many lines here. You guys can't see this crap. I make these a different color. I'm gonna make these blue for the month. Here we are. What we're really seeing happen here, and oh my god, I can't even handle how much I've drawn on this chart. It's just because the drawings have been so good. I don't like deleting them. What we're seeing here is pretty obvious to me as I look at it. We had daily resistance. Pretty easy to see right there. And where we are is right back testing it at the moment. This probably feels terrible. It's underneath the 50 daily. You know, you've only seen really up on this coin. This is going to feel bad, but this is not a terrible level to be at. What you talked about on the monthly, we don't really want to see closes below these blue lines here. That's at 8.2-ish. But that lines up pretty well with this daily area of what was resistance now being tested as support. A bounce from this area could be very powerful. I can even step this up a little bit. I like how smooth this selling is. That is what we like. Honestly, especially, I just deleted a lot of the drawings, but especially because that's what gave us this signal to begin with. We got this smooth selling period, and we were looking for it to move back to the upside and retest the highs. We didn't fully get that 15.5, but that's okay. We have that same smoothness here. This is a descending channel, and in cryptocurrency, they regularly break to the upside. Regularly. In fact, the probability of them, I don't know if it's even matched by anything. We even see a small version of it right here. I'm not worried. I would not enjoy to close below the 50 unless tomorrow we see pretty much instant recovery. But you have your monthly, this is going to act as monthly support, these blue lines. There's going to be buyers here at the bottom, or at the open of last month's candle. You're not bearish engulfed unless you close below there on the monthly. Really, to me, this is looking kind of like the same setup. It's looking for a higher low. When would I start questioning or being nervous about this? Below 7,260. Down here. I guess even technically a little lower. What we don't want to see is the low of February broken. That's going to be a negative sign. You can see that down here. As long as we chill here, we can be a little higher, doesn't matter. As long as this low is intact, we're just aiming for the same thing. We're doing the exact same pattern. Doing the descending channel breakup. Descending channel breakup. So watch this value. 7,200-ish. Maybe 7,000 is low. The double hit of that is, well, it's below that monthly. So there's the value. That's a pretty cut and dry chart to look at. We don't see the signs of anything on the daily yet, but we have a lower low in RSI. That's backing up what I just said of this low is going to be important. As long as price doesn't go lower than the previous low here, we have a very strong bullish divergence. Not much else to be said about that at the moment. I think the end of this close of this weekly is likely to be important. I'll tell you, I'm not worried. Personally, this is not worrying. Opening the weekly, this only makes more sense. There you go. We were looking for those daily levels of resistance we backtested as support. And on the weekly, we see that too. It's right here. It's right where price is. And honestly, it makes sense that you might be feeling a little uncomfortable. Typically, at high probability bounce zones or areas, it's the way we feel. Our emotions are pretty much always wrong. So, there you go. Watch that weekly resistance being tested as support. It's also daily. If it holds, you're going to bounce likely back above the 50 daily moving average. Things are going to look good, and you're going to be aimed to break up again from that exact same descending channel. So we'll see how it plays out. We don't have the signs on the daily yet, but we have the same setup. Same setup. Alright, thank you though. Thank you, brother. Aaron Rowley. I like talking about Voyager. The Voyager community seems to promote us a lot on Twitter, so I like talking about it. Because that's great. Sharing the stream is great for everybody here. So we didn't quite get our back test perfectly here at 61.3. So I'm not totally convinced we're moving up on Bitcoin quite yet. Euro rejected pretty much perfectly. Just come see me, people who say TA doesn't work. Just come see me. Come watch my stream. I'm not the greatest TA in the entire world. Hopefully I'm pretty good, but I'm not the greatest in the entire world, and consistently we see the TA play out. Certainly not 100% of the time. But we're not aiming for 100%. We're aiming to beat a coin flip, and that we certainly do here. Look at that. Look at the perfection of that. You bought above it, you sold off, you closed at 50,700. This was just a fib extension. Back tested in the next. This is 5-minute candles, super detailed too. Sold off. It's too perfect. It's not coincidence. Let's take, we don't usually do any TA on these kind of time frames, but hey, when in Rome. Let's take a look. 618 lines up perfectly at 50,000. Wild. Wild. Let's look at it on dollar, pair. Where did it really swing high, swing low from? Maybe here. Not going to be close enough. Let's take it from, okay. Interesting, this is just another difference now of the euro and dollar. Yep, that was its last low, that was its last low. Spicy. So this could imply, if they follow the same path, which we don't really have any reason to believe at the moment that they're even gonna do this, especially because Bitcoin and dollar pair is backtesting right here. But if we saw the euro pair backtest the 618 level, the equivalent on dollar would be 60,000, which is weird because then euro's testing 50, dollar's testing 60. It's almost too clean. I don't like that. It makes me uncomfortable. But it does suggest that we might have a little bit of support built here. So I'm going to mark that as a very thin line. This might be a good target if we lose 61.3. And we're talking super short-term price action here, guys. We don't usually do this, but it's a pump day. So it's a different kind of day. These are not hype bangers. Maybe hype bass. I'm trying to get like good music. The category was called hype bass. This doesn't even show you guys. Category was hype grooves, hype bangers. That's what we were listening to. Those were not bangers. Now we're doing hype bass. Let's see how that rolls. Maybe it's more up our alley. You know that, or I'll just DJ. How about we just put on some of the classics? We're gonna listen to like Crocodile. Get It Girl. Just like a classic pump day. See if I can read the chat a little bit. Ah, there's an interesting conversation going on in the chat. I will agree with Joel. Robinhood, not a great place to be trading crypto. Robinhood, honestly, after what they do with GME, just screw Robinhood in general. Votes count the most with your money. Vote against Robinhood by not using them. I know Robinhood has been taking steps to enable withdrawals and deposits in crypto, but for its legacy, Robinhood was not really a crypto exchange. If you can't withdraw your coins, you don't own them. That's why I know Robinhood. After what they pulled with GME, they don't have my business, nor have they, but they're not going to get it now. Screw that. That was some shenanigans. Joel has the right mindset, man. In general, guys, you gotta own your own keys. You don't have your keys, you don't have coins. You just have a number on a computer somewhere. And that's the exact opposite of what all this is not allowing someone just have a number on a computer somewhere that represents your value. It's you having that number. Control over it. What's up, Greg D? How you doing, man? Play the Circle Jerks. I don't know. Is that like actually a song on the thing? Yeah, Narbra, like, well, yeah, screw them. But second, they've also been saying that, like, I'll tell you guys straight up, they've been saying that they're going to enable these forever, since they started trading them. And so for them to say that now again, I don't care. Like, fool me once, fool me twice. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what they've been saying. Greg D, play old punk rock. Apparently Greg D and I... Apparently we have similar opinions on a lot of things. I would love to play old punk rock. I love punk rock. Yeah, it's the copyright issue. We really can't play anything. Can't play anything. Gold? Trevor, their agreement says you can withdraw, but they don't let you. Exactly. I mean, there you go, man. Digi Media dude, punk step? Don't you dare. My brain is just melting at the thought of punk step. I would listen to that. I'd rock that. Right on. Alright, now that we may have a swing high to swing low here on the euro, this is, again, 5-minute TA, guys. Please don't take this. Don't write home about it. We may have a new measured move. Lines up pretty well with our 51.4. That's not really giving us too much new information. That is okay. Because today is a play-by-ear kind of day. Let's check it out here. Bitcoin signaling on dollar pair to 62.2 on a break of the high. That's the clutch. It's not, these fib tools are not saying that the highs are going to break. They're just suggesting what might happen or where we might look when the highs break. They don't tell us if they will. So there we are. Bitcoin USD looking to break 61.788 for the measure move. This is super short term to 62.2. Euro using the same logic, looking for 51.3. I'll take it. Euro retesting 50,700. Interesting. This is just, I can't get over how freaking interesting this stuff is, guys. So Euro's measured move that we identified before it got there here on the stream, 50,700, right? Cool. Not that interesting. Bitcoin's equivalent in dollar pair, 61.3. So Euro breaks 50,000. Bitcoin breaks its little high earlier, moves up. Euro moves up, rejects from its measured move. The dollar breaks past its measured move, then back tests it. What is happening? This is really odd. This is honestly the Bitcoin altcoin kind of movement that I would expect to see. We're seeing it on Bitcoin fiat pairs. I'm super intrigued. There is valuable information here. I know it. I can smell it. There's valuable information here. Just haven't watched it long enough. I will find a new edge. We'll find a new edge. I will invent more TA. I'm the Shakespeare of crypto TA. I make up my own words. I make up my own stuff. I don't mean as good as Shakespeare. I just mean in the sense of Shakespeare also made up his own stuff. I wouldn't compare myself to Shakespeare. Well, I mean, yeah, we can speculate, guys. I'm down to speculate. I like it. I like talking about these things. People are pointing out in the chat, oh, maybe it's because of the 1.9 trillion stimulus. Sure, yeah, that's definitely valid. Part heart, tether related, sure. King Clun, dollar lost 30% value. All these things, we can speculate, definitely. But what's interesting is we were seeing the value in the differences of these pairs before any of this. We saw it in January, and then we saw it again in March. We've seen it on both lows so far. We've had other fiat pairs suggesting different signals than the dollar pair, and that's what's just fascinating to me. Because yeah, we could definitely say like, oh, the dollar right now, we just printed, stimulus pass, etc. And we can even say, well, people knew that would happen in January, so they baked it in. Sure, but we just keep kind of moving that bar then. And I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with it. I just think that there's likely another answer that we're not quite at yet. I don't know what it is. My best guess is honestly, the USD pair is the highest volume, it's the most traded, and therefore there's the most incentive, I'll say incentive, monetary incentive for market makers to make it look more bearish. I guess there's not as much volume in Euro, GBP, so there's less profit. I guess there's less profits to be made by manipulating those charts in comparison. That would be my best guess. So I promised you guys we'd do this earlier. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Here we go. What we have here, I'll just pull this up first, let everybody sink this in for a second. This is from left to right, Canadian dollar, Euro, GBP, USD, and we've applied the Fibonacci extension tool to each of them from the highest point in February to the lowest point in February on each of these. And there's some interesting correlations here. Interesting, not even a correlation is a word. Relationship. There's an interesting relationship here. What we see is that GBP and USD have virtually the same measured move. It's at 34.5%, USD at 35.7. They're a little different, but they're very similar. What makes that interesting is that the Canadian dollar and the euro also have a similar percent measured move, but they're both smaller than the GBP and USD, noticeably or significantly smaller. Theirs are looking, Canadian is 23.3, euro at 25.6. Those are very close, and the GBP and USD is very close, but those groups aren't very close in the sense of there's a 10% difference. That's pretty big. It's very interesting. I find it wildly interesting. If we ignore what I was just talking about, if we ignore that and we want to take a look at how this has been useful for us, I'm going to zoom in on January for each of these. I'm going to blow some minds here. I'm about to blow your TA mind. So what we notice when we zoom in is that these pairs, and specifically this has been valuable on the sell-offs. It's interesting. So we're going to get rid of this first low. We're not going to consider that. We're going to look at the lead up. There we go. Watch the freak side. You're going to notice something. Gonna notice something here. These are not, they're very similar, yes, but they're not the same. There's actually many very important differences on these sell-offs between the fiat pairs. This is our newest Tom Crown TA Edge study we're conducting in Patreon. So here is what we're looking at. If we look at the initial sell-off of each, see, this one's even harder. Euro's really hard because this could have even been a double bottom. We even did a double bottom there, but we're going to ignore that. The initial sell-off on each, I'm going to delete it. Nah, I'm going to keep that one because that one's pretty cool anyway. What we see here is very different. This might not look very different at home, but this is very different. These charts are telling us very different things. Make it a little bigger so you can tell. I find this fascinating. go. Alright, here we have the dollar on the right side. Its initial low, we essentially saw a lower low and a lower low. So just 3 lower lows. That is not super bullish, right? GBP, we saw a double bottom. A reversal signal on GBP. This was a factor of what we were looking at during this time. On Euro, it gets weirder. It gets weirder. On Euro, we have our low, and then virtually only higher lows. So the opposite of the dollar. The dollar, series of lower lows. Euro, series of higher lows. And then the Canadian comes in, and it's all different. Canadian has its initial low, a lower low, and then higher lows. So it is kind of a V. This is flat and up. This is just up, and this is just down. This is fascinating to me. These all look like faces now. Realize. And when I get rid of it, it doesn't look like faces. Look at this. Is this not fascinating? This is like their daily structure on these sell-offs. V, slope, double bottom, slope up, slope down. And the difference between these is just the fiat pair. It's just whatever it's paired with. Logically, these would look more similar. But GBP giving a double bottom, I was speaking with a patron when I first noticed this in one of our one-on-ones. And I saw that and I said, holy crap, we have a double bottom on the daily? How did I miss this? Realized I was looking at GBP for him. That made me more bullish. Legitimately made me more bullish. What the deal breaker, the tiebreaker was total. Total is where we like went to confirm. Total looks actually the most like Euro, which is very odd. Higher lows. Doesn't have any of these lower lows. Very interesting. Logically, this wouldn't be this different. Let's look at the February lows then. While this is digging around. There we go. Euro, another perfect touch to 50,700. Whale, stop watching the stream. Just kidding. Keep watching. Send me money. Now we look. Zoom it over. I don't remember these off the top of my head. We're going to take a look at the different pairs here back in late February, early March. Let's see if their differences are the same. Here we go. They aren't the same. Again, the dollar with the same move. Dude, the dollar just keeps doing this. Every low, we see the dollar has lower lows. Series of lower lows. GBP, we have higher low, lower low. Euro with a double bottom and then a lower low. Canadian dollar, every time. Every time they're different. Very interesting. These all suggest a different thing. The consistent part is the dollar seemingly always looks the most bearish, and then GBP or Euro, at least 2 sample size, we only have 2 sample size right now, has a double bottom. One of these pairs has had a double bottom each time. This is weird. It shouldn't be this different in my opinion. The structure should be the same. The structure should be the same. We can attribute this to liquidity, of course, but it's just weird. It shouldn't be this perfectly different every time. Here's our weird learning lesson. We're still delving into that. We're still seeing what we can figure out. What kind of edge we can create from that information. Still studying. Crocodile. What's up, DT? Thank you for the 7 CADs, my friend. Meekers, how you doing? How you doing, Meekers? Adventures. You'll do the truffle shuffle. Man, you do the truffle shuffle if you want to do the truffle shuffle. You don't have to wait for no 70k. Narbra, welcome to my life, man. I'm literally fascinated. I will say, as I said earlier, I'm sure there certainly are better TAs in the world than me. I'm sure of it. There's no question. But we regularly are looking at things that no one else is looking at. It's been a while since we had one. That's why I'm digging this fiat pair thing. But man, you go back in our stream's history, and we are consistently ahead of the curve looking at things. Things that no one else is looking at. Eventually, everyone else catches up, becomes normal information. Maybe this is the next one, because this is fascinating to me. Absolutely fascinating, the differences. Alright, Bitcoin did not hold at 61.3. Are we going to see the setup of the 60-50? I want to see that. That'd be interesting too. Kinda. Teen. This doesn't fit well. I'll take it from 1915. Okay, that's from the same candle point. That's fine. Ooh, Euro blasting through it. Uh-oh. Whoa. Dude, these are moving so differently. They're moving so differently. So now Euro is below the high that it's set today, and the dollar isn't. I bet volatility is picking up. It's not. I don't understand. How is it still moving down? Six. Now the euro is like, this is very weird. Not in a bad way, it's just strange. It's like these 12-hour candles, I think it'll show the difference the best. There we go. Euro candle is now a doji, it's now red for 12 hours, where the dollar is not. The difference is just fascinating. Fascinating. Maybe it's moon people. Why are they so different? Yes. Yes. So I got like the hourly. Nothing clean. Clean. On the 4 hour. Literally, there's nothing. Nothing happened on the Euro 4 hour. Just like went up and wicked. They still don't look similar. There's really no time frame where these look super similar when you're zoomed in. Now they do. All of a sudden, now they do. No, I didn't take it from there the first time, but... Just very different. Why is it so different? Let's see if Euro moves up in these next 16 seconds, closes above 50. That'll look a little bit better. Like similarity wise, not really. This right here doesn't really impact anything at the moment. My opinion. You got a new high, flushing out positions. trend line related? It's not gonna be. Nope. Just kind of a random bounce. Just kind of a random spot. Whatever. Just like the euro selling off from there, that made some sense. Good news is though, here's some good news. This move, this 51.3 is no longer the move, as it was not our low, so we need to readjust. And the good news is, well, that sets our sights higher. That 51.3 now becomes 51.8, assuming that is the swing low. Same thing with the dollar. 62.2 is no longer our swing low, or our measure move.
Kanita DRGN. Thanks, brother.
What's up, Jeremy Green? Jeremy Green. ERGN. I don't know if I can look away from these charts right now, man. Let me see if I even have one. I have to make one. RG. And I do not have. I haven't heard anyone talk about that coin in a long time. Volatility, it's just so weird. Volatility like crashed? I don't understand. Like continued to move down as this happened? This looks decently volatile. Mind blowing. Because Bittrex only has it. Gross. Wow, that is on logarithmic. Ooh. Ooh. Why are these so different? Yeah, looks like we're getting a bounce. Pulling it back, that bowstring. Dragon. Man, that is something, isn't it? Coming off bullish divergence. Daily still waning momentum. Interesting. Not a huge amount of not a huge amount of resistance here. Certainly this has retraced a crazy amount. I remember when people used to talk about this coin all the time back in like 2018. And I never really heard of it again after that. Weekly or monthly still chilling. Let's look at this weekly. Oof. Those moving averages. That does not look super great at the moment. I'd like to see a stronger weekly close here. At least you're above the 100. Okay. Daily looks a little better. You have some local resistance, but beyond that, you don't have too much. At least for some distance up. We're going to go ahead and call this 420. That's going to be your major overhead resistance. 420, great number on charts. Just is. Retracement is kind of whatever, little blah. It's not really tight. It's not really tight retracement. Doesn't fit anywhere perfectly. You got that 420 level to deal with. If this can break through that 420 sat level, it's probably gonna see some really strong upside. Where is its 200? You got a lot of resistance. But this doesn't look that bad. You do have a higher high. It does look like it wants to begin. Does look like it wants to begin its march to the upside. I think it's going to take a good amount of time. That wick high February 21st or February 10th, that is going to have a lot of resistance. A lot of resistance in that area. So they're not moving now. We can see it from all of this trading here. Just establishing support, accumulation. Traded briefly there before selling off. The only thing I don't like is this is a back test of resistance, or back test of support as resistance. It's a dangerous area. Really got to get above that 420. Got to get higher than 420. Gotta get higher. Right there. Beautiful. Keep buying. Keep going. What is going on here? What is happening here? We've spent too much time zoomed in and now our perception is all bonky, all wonked. Let's zoom back out at least to the hourly here. 31 minutes left in the hour. Both Euro and USD have traded bearish engulfed and been bought back up. Euro support. And you really want to see that close above 50. That can be a strong support. It's coming down to the wire here. Neither pair really showing any momentum loss quite yet. These RSIs. We keep seeing this. Just the lows coming up, and then you get that drop retracement, and then you just weasel your way back up. Just keep painting bearish signs on the chart and then you keep ignoring them. Pretty wild, actually. $30. Here we go. Yeah. We did close the previous hourly the way we wanted. Great. Now it's up to this hourly. We want to see both pairs, to be honest, closing in the same condition as the previous hourly. Or else maybe we have a little buy fake out. It's definitely a threat here. Definitely a threat without an extra follow through into this hourly. Higher time frames I don't think really care as much. I don't think the 4 hour even noticed. No. 4 hour. So this would be probably only really relevant till maybe into the end of today. And now the euro a little bit less bullish. It's so strange, man. These are moving differently than I would expect. Does kind of look like not much is going to happen here for the next hour, unfortunately. I mean, I guess it's only 30 minutes till the next hourly. Euros 15 close above 50. Always have bearish divergence on your highs. Always. Well, because of this deeper retracement than we initially saw, we do move up. Our measure moves do move up, so that is a good thing. Is it going to happen today? Establish nice support. So this would be these candles. You break the high. Logic says that these are going to be similar candles. Let's connect the highs. I don't even hit a high trend. You're just kind of in the middle of nowhere. Interesting. I see no reason for this rally to stop here. Certainly does not mean it won't just chill sideways for a while. It's weird. You would think they'd put more distance. I think they put more distance on it. Not sure. Not sure what to do. Definitely does look like it's chilling. Usually when we see something like this, especially if it fails to bearish engulf, we're really not going to get a signal. We're just going to get a chill. Just a kind of relaxing period. Let's see what those targets are for the hourly on on dollar. 60,800. 23 minutes to go. Gonna be painting some divergence with that sell-off. Well, 15-minute kiss. Not in love with the sharpness of that top. Not in love with it. But it just doesn't make any sense that it would stop there. Like, long term. Meaning, this is okay. This isn't a big deal. But this would just be such a silly upside target. Especially after breaking 58.4 to then think 61 would be the next like upside target, I think is silly. I think that's not a good line of thinking. Maybe it's just seeking out those new positions, looking to close them. It's pretty typical. Oh, there's the viewers. Welcome. Welcome everybody. What's up? I guess we're looking for that back test of 60? I don't know. Just seems like such a random stopping point. What's up, M Stone? How you doing, brother? It's good to see you randomly. Julie, I know it does. It's gonna have to try harder than that. Brother Ja, man, how are you feeling? How you feeling, man? Good to see you. Ja, scaring us all. Scaring us all again. But he's doing well. He's back. Don't worry, guys. He's good. There we go. The alerts are going off. Bitcoin seeking some lower price action. A whole 1, maybe 2% down from its new all-time high today. Looking for 2.3% back to 60. 15 minutes. 15 minute hitting the 20 moving average. Let's see if it finds support. This is not very exciting. I thought this was going to be more exciting. Welcome everybody who's just joining us. Good to see new faces popping in. What's up, what's up? 15 minute. Are we getting a bounce off 20? Our size being dragged nice and low by this. I like that. When you move up, it's what is it? Bitcoin in a bull market takes them stairs up, that elevator down. Stairs up. Stairs up, elevator down. Here we go. I think we're getting the bounce here. Indecisive corn is indecisive. Trevor Leahy, that is the best name I've ever seen on YouTube. Well, I don't know, boys. A guy named Trevor Leahy. Trevor Leahy, Corey Trevor. There's no way they won't make it drop more. If you find yourself constantly betting on it dropping during a bull run, you're gonna have a bad time. Gonna have a bad time. Let's look at some random other charts. Looks like Vitho retesting 0073. I don't know why watermarks aren't on. Did not break it. Still looking for higher. Retest those other levels. CHZ. CHZ back testing 1,000 psychological level. RSI is still coming down, so is price. That's not really telling us much. There we go. 4 hour, a little spicier with bullish divergence forming, though still seeing that momentum wane. Have local resistance sitting at about 1250. I don't know why I got an alert. I don't trust this volatility thing. Man, how's this not moved? Looking pretty good for this bounce on the 15-minute. What other charts do we have going on? Since the last time we streamed, Luna finished up the day hitting our target for a solid 166%. Bing, bing, bing. Sound the bells, etc. Live stream. Here's what's convincing to me about this rally. Bitcoin dominance is climbing with price. This is the magic sauce. We can see Bitcoin dominance bottomed out in November. Began climbing into the end of the year. Dominance tends to go up as Bitcoin rips. Bitcoin just set a new high. Dominance is following. That's a good sign. It's battling with this area, though. It's really been consolidating forever. We've been watching for a reversal. We've not seen it yet. Momentum still to the upside. Fair enough. Well, let's move this over. 2 weeks ago, looking for weakness on dominance on the weekly. Closing this condition, we would have it. That's why it says potential. That'd be a good close for Bitcoin. Litecoin, what are you doing? Litecoin battling with exactly what we looked at yesterday. 227. Traded above it, sold off below. Looking for a close above 227 today, be a great sign. This is a historic resistance dating all the way back to 2017, 2018. Still interacting with price today. Moves to the upside get very spicy once we see a breakout there. Looks like daily is just testing resistance, testing support. I like that. ANKR we looked at yesterday. We were looking for 7 cents to 9 cents. We got 7.65 cents. We didn't quite get the 9. I'll take it. ENJ, we also looked at yesterday. Wicked from, I don't know why I didn't turn this red. Wicked from resistance. That's what we were a little weary about, is how nice or how neat and clean that hit. But we can see in the last 2 impulses, we also had 2 days of selling after our high. Nothing really changed. Just want to see the daily closing above 3,320 sats. Looks like that's what it has in mind for today. At the moment, Adam really needs to pick up. Adam needs to pick up here. This is not a good cross on the daily for Adam. This continues to bleed. Come on, Adam. Not really that much there either. Audio. Rachel K, I don't know if you're here. Audio. I think that was yours, right? Maybe it was someone else. Audio, we're looking for $1.88. Back here, and we looked at it. Still looking good. Able to close above? Question mark. No, it was not able to close above its $1.08, but today, setting a new high. Kind of actually making an ugly pattern here, but that's okay. We don't really give too much mind to the ugly patterns. That's not symmetrical, it's widening. For Adam, or Audio, looking to back test $1.08 as support. That could be a great signal. Brother John was thinking Matic. Why not? Alright, Matic. Since we looked at it last, Matic has taken 26 cents, taken 41 cents. Nice. Daily momentum still looking good. This looks fine, looks great. You made the measured move. You've sold off back to it, tested it as support. Gonna need to see moves to the upside though. Don't want to be lollygagging. Don't want to get caught lollygagging there. Actually, that's not correct. There we go. A break of 54 cents. Looking for 65. Fair enough. Looks like double bottom on the 4 hour. Creating a local. Not super strong, but local. Support at 39.69 cents. There you go, little buddy. Hourly finally rolling over. Interesting. This is an interesting chart, Joe. I would definitely look for a retest of that 50 cents, man. I like how solidly 41 cents the measured move is holding. It's acting as support. We did have a bearish cross here. We wouldn't count that on this channel's TA practice because of the 50 curving up. And they're looking now to cross again. That could be a nice little power setup. That is only on the 1 hour though. Yep, pretty undeniable. 41 cents. Undeniable. 41 cents acting as support. Below 39.69 cents maybe. Not a bad stop. Support below there would be all the way down at 33. No, daily says lower. Daily says 30. Daily looks good. RSI is even looking to get there. I think the edge is looking pretty decent with the Matic, man. Looking decent. Anything moving? Oh. Something is moving. I don't know where the chart went. Oh, one. This is our next big move, or this is our next big trade on the channel. An ambitious 424%. We're almost there. Almost there. We're looking for 9 cents. I'd really like 5 cents to hold. We're looking for 9 cents down from 1.7 cents. It's going to be if, when, I don't know. It happens. the largest in-stream call we're gonna have made to date, percentage-wise, 425%, possibly as high as 10 cents. May look for that 5-cent back test. Hasn't quite gotten there on the daily yet. This is not a strong selling response to the amount of buying we've seen. We see similar pullbacks on the recent highs. I'd say above 42 cents, you're probably still sitting pretty for that 9 to 10. See how that turns out. Apparently Mana's doing some moving. Little Mana movement. Nice. 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 Finally. Finally, wow. Mana really making moves. Very much respecting that TA. At today's close, we'll know. This will be the first close out of the trend, of that high trend. RSI looks pretty decent. Has a little more room. Oh, this is an old chart. That's still cancerous to look at. That's why. That's much better. Yeah, this thing's just off in space, isn't it? $1.25. $1.25 looks like maybe the next target. Man, in long term, I'm looking for $10, man. I got my sights aimed high. Bitcoin pair and dollar pair looking pretty decent there. Theta. Whoa, Theta. Theta's at $7. Oh my god. Last time I looked at Theta, or last time I bought Theta, it was in the cents. Still following that curve. Theta traded as low as 3 cents a year ago. Now at $7.10. Actually, in Bitcoin pair, it looks like it just hit our measured move, what? 2 days ago. Beautiful. This is a great chart to look at. Great example. Great example of that head and shoulders pattern playing out. A little weakness, but you have a higher RSI high. Things are looking pretty decent. Well, maybe we got the bounce on the 15. Doesn't really seem like much else is going on at the moment. Digibyte making a small move, but net for the day still down. ENJ seemingly unstoppable, trading to 214. Still looking for $2.61. Looks like it's in the cards. Yeah, we just looked at ENJ. We didn't look at dollar pair. Alright. Energy's moving down. My energy's moving down. Got all excited. There's more spice coming, but I don't want to sit here and wait, because that could take hours. Might as well chill. Make sure you're liked and subscribed, guys. We are live here all the time, constantly putting out that value to the public. Pay it back by giving the stream a like and subscribe, hitting that bell. joining us on Discord. Don't you dare.
Can you check out Matic, my Panama City brother?
D-pumps. My man, we just zoomed back like 2 minutes. We just looked at it. Thank you for the 10, Donald Pumps. Literally, we just went over it though. Or I put the chart. How many minutes ago? 9 minutes ago ish. Scroll back like 8-9 minutes. Be like, we just did it, or I'd do it again for you. Or I would do it for you. You know that. You know that, man. We just, not even 10 minutes ago. We were wrapping up. Nope.
You bought theta in the sense PFFFFFFT. Bought CHZ in subsense I win biggest PP throwing kisses.
Rico, well, you heard it here. Rico wins biggest PP. Biggest PPs. Big PPs. Fair enough, my man. Yeah, CHZ was crazy. Crazy yesterday. Patreon links in the chat. Discord links in the chat. Check out the Patreon in between now and next time we're live. Check it out. Lots of value in the Patreon. One-on-one crypto mentoring group. Seminar, Q&A weekly. Exclusive patron-only video educational content and posts. Trade setups daily. I posted one today. Check it out. We're probably gonna convene until the spice comes back, so who knows? Could be in 10 minutes, could be as soon as I turn off the stream. You guys know that does happen a lot. That's my bet. But we will be back, and I hope you join us. Check it out. See you guys soon. Love you all.